pulled a second of the many beers I will drink out of the freezer. The marijuana is still prevalent in my system as I speak. Hoping my speech isn't slurred, that the syllables, the semantics, and everything that is supposed to be comes across clearly. The problem with love. See, the problem with love is not love. The problem with love sometimes is loving someone. And in this case, the problem wasn't that I loved you and you ain't loved me back. The problem was loving you. The problem wasn't the fact that I loved you and you ain't loved me back, and then you stopped loving me because you never loved me, so you couldn't stop loving me. So the problem wasn't there. The problem was loving you. You not loving me back. So therefore you couldn't stop loving me because you never loved me, and yet me still loving you. I can't get it off me, it seems to. I've talked to everyone, exhausted both of their sets of ears. The auditory system has rejected my further pleas. Sometimes I don't even think God is listening, but I know better than that, but still. I've exhausted all the breath, all the conversation I can about this. I've walked so many miles in the bitter cold that is Chicago winter, and it hasn't been bitter cold, but it's been cold enough that you shouldn't be walking. I've done all that walking. I've done all that being by myself. I've done all that driving. I've done all that talking to myself and answering myself back and talking to myself and answering back, and realized that the problem isn't love. The problem was loving you, and the problem wasn't just loving you. It was loving you and you not loving me back. And the problem just wasn't there, me loving you and loving you back. It was the problem that you never loved me, so you couldn't stop loving me, and so you didn't love me, but yet and still, I still love you. Because I've gone through this lifetime wanting, pleading, praying, trying that there was some place for me to be, and I put the mask on the thing of you and made it that it was supposed to be some place that I was supposed to be, and I wasn't supposed to be there, because when you love someone, they're supposed to love you back, and even if they stop loving you, they still love you because it's still love. But the problem was that I loved you, and you never loved me. And the further problem was not that you just didn't love me back when I loved you, but was that the fact you couldn't stop loving me because you never loved me. And so I'm stuck in the conundrum of loving you. Even at this juncture, I've walked this earth. I've booked these roles. I've booked these shows. I've booked these commercials. I've drank these beers. I've drank this alcohol. I've smoked this marijuana, and I've stayed up late. I've drove places I had no place to be in. Sleeping, I not only just enemies, we're like Lex Luthor and Superman, and the problem is loving you. The problem is loving you. And not just loving you, knowing damn well you don't love me back. Not that you stopped loving me, yet you never loved me. And I loved you. I loved you so much that I love you. It's a problem. This has been my poem. Jim.